wonder what's on the tube.
Welcome back.
Thank you for being a friend.
What you talking about, Willis?
You are a meathead.
No soup for you.
Don't touch that dial and adjust those bunny ears. What time is it, Shay?
Na 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 na.
No.
All right. Oh yes.
Kill me.
Damn. You know, it's time to revisit Clarissa Explains It All.
Yes, I must have done something really horrible in a prior life.
You see, what happened was we covered the show the first time. Nick was so enthralled. He goes, you know what? I'm just going to watch every episode twice. So he sat and he binged the entire 5 seasons. And he got to the end and he said, one more time. Way.
No.
Yeah. He just did it. That was magical. So what did you learn your second go around here, bud?
The second go around,
Did you learn how to also bleach your eyebrows?
No, didn't learn that. I was very curious about on several occasions she used the term obakabi. Was she referencing Bill Cosby and his old comedy special, Bill Cosby himself? Or like the dentist chair thing there, or possibly even Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids.
Maybe it stands for something. I have no fucking idea.
It's like, yeah, I know there were problems that Nick Nickelodeon with some of their shows. Again, what is the documentary called?
Oh, the Dan Schneider thing?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what it was called. I didn't watch the doc.
Yeah. Okay,
I didn't have to watch the doc. I knew about it 10 years ago.
Oh, there we go. But anyway, it's like, yeah, I guess they had enough problems, but hey, let's have Clarissa reference a known roofie man.
You think Cosby taught Schneider everything he knows, or what?
Oh, maybe. Here's what you gotta do. You put the roofie in the gel.
Oh no. Jell. Oh! Oh no!
Oh shit! But as far as second run through, I don't know. For me, it
moved up 15 places on your list. Go ahead, say it, Nick. You can
yeah. And then wrapped around and it's back where it was.
Oh, your list is a circle. I wasn't aware.
There you go. But
you wrote it on those hand towels out of a public restroom that just loop around. You pull long enough, you get back to the bottom of the list.
But like the second time around, it's like I saw more of, I guess, what they were shooting for. Yeah, again, it's really geared towards a particular set. You're talking about your preteen, early teens.
I'll tell you one thing about what I did this time around, as opposed to going to...
Oh, can you tell us that? Ooh. oh, sorry, something else. Okay, sorry.
I'll put my hands where you can see them while I tell you.
Okay.
No, so what did we watch it on last time? Peacock? Is that what it was? Paramount.
No, Paramount, I think. Paramount.
So this time,
connected
instead of going back there into those wells of despair, I went to YouTube and I watched like clips and like recordings of like the way it was aired.
Oh, okay.
Which I gotta say, with the bumpers and the ads for other shows, I saw a lot of Real Monsters and Rugrats and the little Nickelodeon, snippets they'd throw in there just promoting the channel. I tell you what, when you watch it like that, it does kind of put you more in the mind of a child, and it did kind of bring me back a little more than just watching the episodes on Paramount.
I gotcha.
Because you're not only getting the Clarissa nostalgia. Well, for me, the nostalgia. You didn't have that, but I'm also getting the little dopamine nostalgia hits from other Nick shows that I was watching at the time. And a lot of times, I gotta tell you, when you watch Nickelodeon back in the day, those weird little cartoons they do in the middle and all that shit, those were kind of the fun part of watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Were they the ones that had that? Again, I think this is a little later, but it was a Canadian thing. It was Spider and Fly. It was a claymation thing.
Possible. They did a lot of claymation stuff. Yeah, it's possible.
I want to say that they aired it. It was from what is that? CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Company, and yeah, it was these little shorts done in claymation with a spider and a fly.
CBC.com, CanadianBlackCock.com. Yeah, I frequent that a lot. That's not what you're talking about?
Oh, no. You got to watch your extensions there. But
weird, there's only like 3 black guys in Canada, so it is a very small site. Who knew?
But, yeah, I remember, like, you know, like having those little in-between things, like when I would check out Nick. Like for me, also, it was more later on, Nick at Night, because of, the nostalgia for the old sitcoms, the things that we're watching now.
Yeah, nothing makes me feel more old than seeing when I was like working a third shift at a hotel. It was like Nick at Night, Roseanne, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I'm like, oh fuck! Now the shows I grew up on are on Nick at Night.
There we go.
Back when you and I were watching it the most, it was more like 50s. It was like Mr. Ed and I Love Lucy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and some of those 70s ones, Odd Couple and what were some of the
Taxi
other ones?
Was on there. A lot of shows we covered were on there. At some point,
I think did they have Mary Tyler Moore?
Yep,
I can't remember if they did or not.
They sure did.
Wow. But yeah, again, it was a great place to check out some of the old sitcoms before, everything became streaming and, just like watch it on demand.
Yeah, you could watch an hour of Rugrats and then Nick at Night would start and you could watch George Jefferson screaming the N-word. It was great. It was a magical time in TV history.
Yes, yeah, like 2 great things that go great together.
Then you fall asleep, you have a little bit of a fever dream, you're like, was Tommy Pickles screaming the N-word or Angelica's gotten real off the rails, dude?
Wow, I don't remember the real monsters really being that vulgar. Jeez.
I really love that show, Real Bigots. Damn, dude.
But yeah, like I can imagine though that watching the way you did was probably the better way than I went back to the Paramount thing. And as we also explained last time, the way the seasons were broken up, even though I think it was mainly what was it, like 5 seasons of 13?
5 seasons of 13, yep.
But like if you go on Paramount, it's
Don't
not
get me
laid
started
out
on
that way.
shit again. No.
Yeah, no, it's completely a mess. And there's a couple of episodes missing.
We'll just trust the almighty Wikipedia because Wikipedia never gets anything wrong. Its users are perfect.
Yes.
And it says 5 seasons of 13.
There we go.
Although I was looking for reviews and fucking Metacritic said 6 seasons and my eyes started to twitch a little bit and I was like, not again.
It's like, oh no.
Not again.
Unless they were talking about the wanting of the what was it going to be called? Clarissa, the follow up. They were trying to. Clarissa Now, I think it was going to be called.
Sounds right.
They were going to have
she was
her
work at a magazine in New York or a paper?
Magazine in New York, I think. So it's like, okay, so we didn't get that, but I guess they were preparing for that 6th season there, so they had to put a placeholder.
Also, along with the TV commercials, which was cool to see, some of them were ripped from the VHS tapes. So they also had like the selling of the other Nickelodeon VHS tapes ads, which were kind of cool to see.
Oh, wow.
Watch your favorite Nicktoons. It has the big orange couch.
Yep.
Yeah, those were kind of cool to see. There was one creepy ad I saw, though. And I'm sure you submitted a few postcards, but win a date with Clarissa.
Oh my God!
I was like, "How old was she when this show was?" Because
I think she was portraying like around 13, 14, I think, when she started the show. What her actual age, I'm not sure. I think she might have been around that actual age, but
it looked like these were all pulled from like one certain night of Snick, and it was it kept cutting back to her. She's sitting there and doing this, talking to the camera, of course, like Clarissa. When a date with me in London, we can do whatever you want. And I'm like, don't say that. Don't say that. Don't say that. But then the creepy, like, older looking host of, I guess that, I don't know if he hosted Snick or what. I've never seen him before, but he looked a little older, and he comes over and he's like, so tell us what you do on your date. And she's like, oh, go to the movies, get dinner. And he goes, and I can't win this contest. You're like, oh.
It's like, no.
She goes,
no, Mr. Cosby. No, you cannot.
She goes, sorry, nobody who works for Nickelodeon can win. She goes back to camera, but you can. And I was like,
and the cameraman's like, wait, I thought you said I could. Yeah. Oh, okay.
What if the host just goes, I quit?
How about now?
Starts filling out his postcard.
Going back to Nickelodeon, what were the shows that you first remember watching, like, on Nickelodeon?
Yeah, I definitely watched a lot of All That, Kenan and Kel, Real Monsters. I did watch Rugrats, even though that went so long, I kind of outgrew it. I think that might even be still going, right? Like that and SpongeBob, I feel like are still going.
Well, SpongeBob definitely. I'm not sure if the Rugrats are still or some iteration of Rugrats. I think maybe. You have
no idea how thrilled I am that I stopped watching just before SpongeBob, so I've never had to deal with that shit. Occasionally, it'll be on at work or something, and it's in my fucking ear, and I'm like, wow, now we know how our parents felt when they had to... No. So fucking irritating. But yeah, Hey Arnold I used to watch a lot. Ren and Stimpy, of course.
Oh, God, yes.
Actually,
Ren and Stimpy.
Right here, I got...
Uh-oh. What does Jay have in his hand?
Little Ren and Stimpy figures. Right here on my desk.
You idiot!
I went into Five Below and they had these sitting there for $5. I was like, yeah, these are coming home with me.
Nice.
Oh, Rocko's Modern Life. Don't forget him. That
was a good one. That was a good...
Actually, the creator of this show, this was only the second sitcom Nickelodeon ever created after Hey Dude. But the guy who created this was a writer for, I think, Rugrats, Rocko's Modern Life, and Ren and Stimpy, I believe.
Oh, shit. So. Nice. I had sent you a couple of little gifs or whatever of, when I watched Nickelodeon, it was actually kind of like a new thing, number one.
Yeah.
And like the things I remember from that time where you can't do that on television.
Mm-hmm.
You have the first show with the sliming, and then the other thing I remember first watching, I believe it was a BBC show, but Danger Mouse,
and that's
shown on Nick.
BigBlackCocks.com?
No. That was
.org? No.
.xxx. I don't know.
BigBlackCocks.org just brings me to Obama's website. How awkward.
What are we gonna do with you, Jay? So my first watching of Nickelodeon was kind of in its infancy, and those were the things that they were showing.
Yeah, when they jumped into the live action sitcoms, I do remember that being kind of the heyday of me. Like, I actually loved Hey Dude too. I can't wait to make you watch that shit.
Oh no! Don't even go there. I'm gonna have to find something that's like completely evil to get you back there.
You know the chick who was married to Ben Stiller for a lot of years. She's in like Dodgeball, and she's a cute blonde.
Oh, okay,
Miller?
yeah.
Is it something Miller? I don't know. I forget her name. She was on Friends actually in a couple episodes. She's the girlfriend, I think, of Ross, who shaves her head, Bonnie or something.
Oh God!
But she's you know her when you see her. She's one of those. But she was married to Ben Stiller for a lot of years. She actually started, I think, on Hey Dude.
Oh wow!
Because I remember going, "Woo, pretty blonde." You know me and my pretty blondes.
and the crazy thing. I was just watching. Have you ever watched the show After Midnight? It's a
that a talk
game
game show.
talk show, game show, comedians like watching, clips off the internet type of things, hashtag wars and all that stuff. One of the episodes, they actually had 3 of the cast of all that, including Kel Mitchell. I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I can't believe they came back and did that Good Burger too. I didn't hear it was very good, but
I truthfully, I didn't hear much about it, but at the New York Comic-Con, they had a whole setup, like a restaurant thing inside the Jacob Javits Center, set up for Good Burger 2.
Arby's did a burger for a Good Burger promotion, and it was pretty fucking good, actually.
Oh, wow. Cool. And then when I went to the New York Comic-Con, I took the ferry over from Jersey to New York because it takes you right to the Javits. And what happened, I'm going back over to Jersey. I'm like, hold on a second. Is that Kel Mitchell?
He was on your ferry?
Yeah, on the ferry.
Nice. I think Dan Schneider was in Good Burger. I don't think they brought him back for the sequel.
I can't see why.
He was such an integral part, though. What are you talking about? Now, I did read one weird thing, and I hope it's not true because it's so bizarre. But
what's that?
The shooting schedule? Did you see anything about the shooting schedule they laid out for this show?
No.
They said it was shot. They said it was 70 hours per episode over 3 weeks.
Oh, God.
The only thing I can think is that because of the kids working thing, like because kids can't work so many hours or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, the thing I read said that it took 70 plus hours to shoot an episode, and they divided those amongst 3 weeks. And then,
holy shit,
in between episodes, they took 2 weeks off. Now, if you're doing the math, you're getting 1 episode for 5 weeks of work?
Oh.
Can that even be right? That's crazy.
That just sounds awful. Like, that doesn't sound real.
It doesn't sound profitable.
No.
But the only thing I could think is because you had so many kids on the show, people underage at least, that you had to have those limited hours. But I don't know. But I guess that would make sense why they only have 13 episodes a season.
True.
But can you imagine shooting that? When you have to come back the next day and match a shot, it's painful enough. But you have to do it over 3 weeks.
That's insane. And then it's like, Clarissa Explains It All is shot on location at Nick Studios in Universal Orlando, Florida.
Well, I know her mom was her manager, so I wonder if maybe she had put something in there, like, yeah, she'll do it, but we need to make sure she gets her schooling done and this and that, and have this much time off. I don't know.
I would not. Yeah. I could see that definitely being a like a stipulation that was put in.
I didn't remember talking about it last time, but did you see do you know where the show takes place?
I'm trying to remember now.
Unspecified suburb in Ohio.
Ohio, okay.
If you don't hate the show enough, it takes place in Ohio. Sorry.
Well, you see, you're I know the rivalry between Michigan and Ohio there. So.
Yeah, but I'm not even a sports guy. I've just been to Ohio.
Oh, okay.
So I know it's certain parts of Ohio, we'll say.
Yeah, I've been to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and yeah, that's kind of most of my experience.
Cleveland sucks. Cleveland sucks.
Hey.
No. Actually, I feel like Columbus probably was the worst people I encountered, but.
Oh, so not even the place. It was the people. Great.
No. It was the people, for sure. It was the people.
Oh, okay.
It was the people. Absolutely the people. Absolutely the people. Yeah.
Nice.
I've been to Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland.
Okay.
Cleveland, I had one of those 4 days was fun. One of those 4 days was worth living. I'm telling
There we
you
go.
what. 3 of
Yeah,
those
like I
4
said,
days,
yeah,
Nick.
me,
Fuck you.
my whole thing was the opening of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the concert that went with it, and that's it. And then, my friend Pete and I, we both went out there, and we as soon as the concert was over, we started driving back. It's like, you want to spend another night? Nah, let's head back. I would say, is there anything else that you have, from watching it again? Well, again, because, you had watched it in its original, I guess, showing.
I think we mentioned last time that it's not a real heavy-handed show, and I think
No.
I figured out why. Because if you look at it, it's a 2-story show. They have an A story and a B story. And smartly, I would say, being a kid's show, if you notice, the A story is typically the goofy, nonsensical kid's story.
Right.
The B story is the one where they try to teach you the lessons and the how to deal with mom and dad and school and dating and da-da-da. The B
Right.
story is really the Clarissa explaining shit,
Yeah, the A story is like, can I attach balloons to Ferguson and send him flying away? It's like, no.
Right.
Come on, I've watched enough, Bugs Bunny and Coyote and Roadrunner. It's like, we know how these things end.
Yeah, it's a tragic end for that fucking coyote, Jesus.
God.
R.I.P. Wiley. R.I.P.
It's like, and really, because you saw that, what was it? It was Coyote versus Acme or something. There was going to be a movie. It's with Wile E. Coyote, John Cena, the wrestler.
Come on.
And basically, Wile E. Coyote getting fed up and suing Acme.
Before you started saying that, I was literally going to make a joke about the way their antics put Acme out of business, but that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's John Cena. I know that I can't like a John Cena movie because every time I talk to my fucking mother, she goes, I love that John Cena. I'm like, well, it can't be good then. It can't be.
Oh, wow. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else going back to, again, the show.
Do you
if there's
remember
anything else?
We talked about the opening because you love the theme songs. Na 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 na
No.
na.
Okay, it's like talk about things that it's like, oh, I love the skip button for that. Like when it comes up, it's like, yes.
Well,
and of course, one time I was just like fading a bit, and I put on the episode, and it's like,
just do it.
And it's like, oh crap! No, I missed my chance to skip.
I live in an apartment. I was more worried about my neighbors are going to hear me watching Clarissa Explains It All. But you remember how we talked about the opening, how it didn't change throughout? And it was like, wow, most shows you get the first season or two will have certain visuals and then it will update. Well, apparently it did change. The first season originally aired with a different opening, but when they shot the second season opening, that's the one we know.
Okay.
And they basically, every subsequent release, they put the new opening on every season 1 episode.
Okay.
So there was a really weird one. Actually, you could see it on YouTube. Somebody did a side-by-side. And
okay,
it's not really...
I'll remember to check it out.
Yeah. Well, it's not really showcasing her fashion and her spunk the way the new one does.
Yeah.
It's more like she's wearing a big furry monster costume and jumping out to scare Ferguson. You're like, okay.
Oh, okay.
So I think they maybe realized that, she's becoming a fashion icon or something. And we're like, hey, give her I think at the end, Sam does give her the leather jacket or something. That's the one thing that I vaguely kind of remembered, but yeah.
But yeah, and of course, it's like you say the fashion, and it's like then there's the episode. It was I think it might have been the second episode where her friend that we never see again. What was it, Jody or whatever? Mm-hmm. It's like she calls on the phone every once in a while, but we never get to actually really see her again. It's like they want to take their class pictures and like make memorable like fashion statements. It's like, wait, so what? The stuff that you're wearing now isn't a fashion statement because it like
not in
it was very
1991.
loud.
No, not in 1991. It was the same shit everyone else was wearing, probably.
But yeah, I was like, okay, so. Please tell me, what is a fashion statement as compared to what you're already doing there?
So I found a quiz, Nick, that I think we should do here.
Oh, no.
You know, it was funny, though. So I wanted to go through the quiz real quick, and no matter what answer you put on there, it tells you you're wrong. Even the ones I knew were right, it goes,
wow,
fuck you, you're wrong, and then tells me the correct answer is literally the answer I put. So, I don't know what the fuck this thing is, but it's from, what is this? Popsugar.com.
Okay.
Has a quiz here. All right.
As opposed to Rock Sugar, the band that does
right.
mashups.
So, all right, for the first one, what is the name of Clarissa's pet alligator?
Elvis. Who disappears after season 1.
Yes, it says Elvis lives in a kitty sandbox in Clarissa's bedroom, but he only lasts for a few episodes of the first season.
Right, and like at the beginning of the second season, they address it. It's like, Mom sent him down to Florida or something like that, and then
she flushed him into the Ohio sewer system,
God.
And he grew up to go work at the Motel 6 I stayed at.
Oh, boy. Jay's got some stories to tell us.
Yeah. Oh, I do. All right, question number 2. Which item did Clarissa accidentally shoplift from the mall?
Oh.
Would you like some multiple choice?
Yes, please.
A hat, lingerie, a video game, or a shirt?
I'm going to say a hat.
Clarissa accidentally shoplifts a black bustier after walking out of the store while wearing it under her clothes.
Okay.
Sam and her brother Ferguson help her smuggle the lingerie back into the store to return it.
Okay.
All right. Where does Clarissa's mom, Janet Darling, work? We did discuss this on our episode.
It's a children's museum, I believe, or something like that.
Very good. Very good, yes. Janet Darling is a certified teacher who works at the local children's museum. She's always doing crafts and puppet shows.
Right.
Does she always do puppet shows? I remember like one. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't remember always doing puppet shows. Yeah,
Can you
the
imagine
craft stuff? Yeah.
Clarissa comes to talk to her about something. She's like, "Oh no, Clarissa." You're like, can we just talk like a normal mother-daughter, please? All right. How does Clarissa try to raise $1,500 to buy a used car?
Oh. Okay,
Would you like some multiple choice?
Yes, please.
Okay. By selling her clothes, by creating a video game, by selling greeting cards, or by trying to sell her brother Ferguson?
Well, based on the show, like probably the last one would be in line with that. But I'm gonna say it's probably the first one, the clothes.
It is greeting cards.
Greeting cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Clarissa wants to buy a car, but needs to get the money fast. She has no success getting the $1,500 out of her parents, so she decides to sell Christmas cards in the middle of the year, with Sam dressed as an elf.
Oh, there we go.
I cannot believe that episode did not win an Emmy. What is Clarissa's dad, Marshall Darling's nickname for her?
Was it
He does
sport?
use it. What was it?
Sport?
Very good. Very good. Yes, it is sport. Marshall seldom addresses Clarissa by her name, instead calling her Sport. Mm-hmm. What is the name of Clarissa's annoying aunt from Canada? I remember you mentioning this last time.
Mafalda, right?
Yeah. Aunt Mafalda comes to stay with Clarissa and Ferguson when their parents go out of town, and Clarissa tries to get her to leave by pretending their house is haunted.
Is haunted, yeah. With the, the, not jar, it's like a vase from her dead husband or whatever.
Oh, urn?
No, it wasn't an urn, but, no, it was like a vase that I guess that the husband had bought for Aunt Mafalda and she had given to her sister.
Why is Sam's mom, Debbie, always on the road?
Well, see, the dad is a sports guy, sports writer or caster thing.
Yeah, I did not remember this about Sam's mom. Multiple choice?
Okay, yeah.
She's a truck driver. She left his father. She's in the roller derby. Or she's a traveling soap saleswoman.
Oh, I thought that she had left the dad, so I'm going to go with that one.
It says she's in the roller derby.
Oh, okay.
All right. Who is Ferguson Darling's biggest idol?
I want to say it's a political person. It is
a former vice president.
Quayle, isn't it?
Dan Quayle. Very good.
Yeah, Dan Quayle. Of all people to have as a
this one
idol.
I remember you also referenced on our last episode.
Mr. Potato, yeah.
Speaking of which, if you want the full review of the show and our initial thoughts, go back and listen to our first Clarissa Explains It All episode.
Where we explain more about it.
Yeah. What is the game show that Clarissa and Ferguson go on together?
Brain Drain.
Very good. It's also what you're going to call this episode discussing this show.
I was going to say, from watching the show, this is what I have gotten. Brain Drain.
Ferguson takes an IQ test and finds out that he's in the top 5% of the country. He's convinced that he's a genius, thus becoming more obnoxious. He convinces Clarissa to compete with him on the TV game show Brain Drain to win money.
Which actually, I think is wrong.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I believe.
Wrong? When their quiz is so perfect and tells me all my right answers, even though it doesn't?
Well, he got on the show, but, like, what was it? Was it the dad knew someone that worked on the show or whatever, and he got, Clarissa got onto the show in that way, and initially they were playing against each other, and then all of a sudden they had to team up.
See? Biggest fan right here, buddy. Biggest fan. Yahoo! You got it.
All right.
You cannot tell me that Pop Sugar, their quiz is flawed when it clearly is working so perfectly. I know I got at least half of these right, and it goes 0. Here's the correct answer. I'm like, but that's the one I clicked. Anyway, as part of us, it's a big structural trap to make you feel like a fucking idiot. Anyway, as part of a science project, what does Clarissa decide to do for 24 hours straight?
And this is the episode that's missing from Paramount. Watch TV.
Really?
Yes.
Is it because they don't want to show children that watching TV for 24 hours is a good idea?
I'm not sure, but yeah, for whatever reason, that one, I think it's called Total TV, and it was on the list of, like, best episodes to watch, and it's not on Paramount.
I remember seeing this episode as a kid and going, hey, you stole that from me. You owe me the check, Nickelodeon. I watch TV 24 hours a day, too. One day I'm going to host a podcast about watching TV. Carissa's experiment.
Yes, and I've watched 24 hours of Clarissa Explains It All. No.
Go. Na 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 na.
Oh God.
Clarissa's experiment in watching TV for 24 hours doesn't go as planned as she starts to get paranoid and hear voices. Which
wait till you get older. Yeah, that just happens anyway.
what voices are you gonna hear after watching TV for 24 hours? Cosby.
Yeah, I guess maybe that's where the Obacaby comes from.
How does Clarissa meet her boyfriend Clifford?
Isn't he the bully?
Yes, he bullies her brother. His last
Right.
name is Spleenherfer. Jesus.
Yeah. Again,
Clifford
some of the names
Spleenherfer.
like between him and like I forget like the one teacher she like references multiple times. Oh, Mr. So and so. You're like, oh, he says
Mr. Sheepfucker. Wait, what? At
Yes.
first, Clifford is a bully who harasses Ferguson at school. Clarissa confronts him and he makes an advance onto her, which she initially rebuffs. By season 2 of the show, they begin a relationship, but eventually decide to just be friends.
oh.
Clarissa gets called every year to babysit her neighbor's terrible daughter. What is her daughter's name? And I'll tell you, that was the little girl played by Michelle Trachtenberg. Very young Michelle Trachtenberg.
Okay. Yeah, I don't.
She went on
unless
to be
you want to
Harriet
give me
the Spy and... What's that?
Unless you want to give me the multiple choice again, because I'm not.
They
sure
were
on this
all
one.
like Elle and Elsie and Emma and Eloise or some shit.
Okay.
It's Elsie.
Alrighty.
Where does Marshall want to move the family during his midlife crisis?
Under the sea. No, just
Anywhere
kidding.
but Ohio.
There we go.
He said, I don't give a fuck. Just get me out of Ohio.
Yeah, see, I was referencing an old Simpsons episode. It's like, yeah, we can move. We can live under the sea.
Yeah.
It's like Homer, we can't live under the sea. It's like, not with that attitude.
Yeah. That musical cue was on one of the albums, the Simpson albums.
Oh yes, yeah. I have the first 2 albums. I think
Yeah.
Songs in the Key in Springfield, and I forget what the other one.
Going Simpsonic with the Simpsons. And
Oh yes, yeah. Simpsons goes
Simpsons
Simpsonic.
Sing the Blues.
That one I don't have. The Simpsons
That's-
Sing the
that's
Blues one.
That's the good one. Mango Island. I don't know what the fuck Mango Island is, but as Marshall's birthday arrives, he loses interest in everything and decides to sell the house and move the entire family to Mango Island. It does not work out. And the last
Welcome
one.
to Mango Island.
Clarissa takes a music class at school. Which instrument does she take up?
Wait, I'm trying to remember now.
The trumpet, the clarinet, the trombone, or the flute?
I want to say it's the trombone, isn't it?
'Tis the flute.
Ah,
Clarissa goes to music class, and the only instrument left is the flute.
the flute.
She ends up getting really good at it and is asked to play the flute solo at an upcoming recital. And based on what we talked about last time, you probably never see that recital. They just go, well, that went good. And then they cut the credits. Again, go listen to our last episode on Clarissa Explains It All.
You see, it should have been the trombone. It's like it's the only the only instrument left. Wah, 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 wah. What the hell was
My
that?
whole fucking mic arm just fell apart. All right, well, let me hold this here a second. Jesus Christ.
We're experiencing technical difficulties.
When you talk
Please
about
stand
Clarissa,
by.
even the microphone stand falls asleep.
It's like, oh crap, not this again. Oh, I'm out of here.
Ah, fuck. Hold on. So do the doo-doo. Actually, sing the theme song for me, Nick.
No. The hell with this. Screw this.
So has Clarissa moved up your list at all, my friend?
Oh no! In fact,
It fell
it
farther.
was in danger of falling down one, but like at the bottom still lies 8 simple rules.
Talk about under the sea.
Yeah.
Fucking, that fucker's got cement shoes on down at the bottom of that sea.
Oh yeah.
So it's second to the bottom on your list still?
Yeah, it's next to the bottom and remains there until something else deserving comes around.
I'm trying to remember where my...
What? I don't know, but...
Clarissa still sits for me at number 45. The only things below it are 80 Show, Partners, Head of the Class, My Wife and Kids, and 8 Simple Rules. I think it's probably going to stay there. Like I said last time, I think those shows are just... Whilst I may want to watch one of those over this once in a while, I still think they're more of a mess and less targeted than this show is. So,
yeah, again, it's good for what it is.
This is a show for teen girls.
Yes,
and I imagine if I was a teen girl, I'd probably enjoy it.
Wait, you're not? Wait, who is this I've been doing this podcast with?
I used to be.
Well, Jay, if people want to catch us, how can they do so?
Well, if you do catch us, I recommend you see a doctor within 48 hours.
I thought we were going to go with the Coyote and the Roadrunner thing there.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But you can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Sitcom My Face, a situation comedy podcast. You can find us on Facebook.com/SitcomMyFace. Email sitcommyface@gmail.com. You could find me on Twitch or X at BidwellFog or him at NetNick191. And if you want to recommend some shows, leave them in the comments below any of our episodes, and we'll be happy to discuss any sitcom you want us to.
As long as we can find it.
Yeah. And if not, maybe we'll recreate it ourselves.
Yeah. We'll do a Beacon Rewind. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll work on my Jack Black. You work on your Mos Def?
Oh, there we go. Yeah, I work on my Mos Def every once in a while.
Hey, now, if you nail that blackface enough, maybe you could be on the reboot of Too Close for Comfort.
Hey. Oof.
Anyway, until next time, we hope you will sitcom our face.
Bye-bye.
Na 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 na. All right. Nick, are you okay? Ah, fuck.